Raise your blade or surrender it. The people of Dawnstar have suffered enough. Neither of us is ignorant, Dragonborn. You know of the rupture you caused in the Pale. The people you indoctrinated into your cult. The supplies you've ravished. The opposition you cut down in cold blood. The rest of Skyrim may hail you as a hero, but that fable is transparent to your victims. There is no use denying it. I'm here to collect a bounty, not hold a trial.
Do something!
I'm disappointed.
To a frontal assault, we won't make it past the courtyard.
What's the alternative? Turn tail and flee. I will not abandon Iriel to such a fate. Silence! We aren't alone. Stay your hand. What purpose have you in this desolate land? Are you in league with the servants who lay at our feet? You're the true Dovahkiin. Yes, now I can see the resemblance. My heart rejoices to learn that the tales of your devilry were the doings of an imposter. If you also seek entrance into this false prophet's lair, then I believe our goals are one and the same. Our leader ventured into this hideout hoping to find you. Instead, she wandered heedlessly into the gambit of a fraud. We were just working on a plan of rescue when you arrived. In truth, my associate and I are at somewhat of an impasse. He believes we should creep into this place like a vampire at sundown. There is no time for such subtleties. We should rush the entrance and cut down anything that stands in our way. Alas, perhaps a third opinion is just what the gods have provided. Tell me, what does the legendary Dovahkiin suggest? Then we will follow your lead, Dovahkiin.
It appears democracy has failed me. But at least we have the Dragonborn now. Let's see if the legends hold true. Afternoon. Until next time.
Perhaps you should sit this one out, Hayden. An intoxicated mind has no place in combat.
Nonsense! I'm at my best after I kick back a few meads. It sharpens my senses and clears my mind, like opening a third eye in the midst of battle.
Your logic is flawed, to say the least.
Usually is, but that's not the point. I made Iriel a promise. If you two are going in, then I'm coming with you.
Come here.
Kneel over so I can get drunk!
Death is not far for you.
Parting gift, milk drinker!
It was an honorable duel.
You'll never take me sober!
No one over here.
I'm disappointed.
Over here!
What are you trying to
was
prove?
Here we go.
We need to talk after this.
I'm over already!
Respect, Nova.
Just
Killing will not save you! There was no other way it could end.
That was your decision.
Is someone there?
Accept your fate!
Might actually
Nicely
parry this
done.
time.
Victory is ours
That
once
was
more.
fun. Let's never do it again.
Wait. Where's Hayden? Oh, that blundering oaf is always getting himself into trouble. In that case, we should search for the body.
A little help over here? That spike wall is not to be underestimated.
How's that third eye working for you?
Isn't mocking the less fortunate against your code or something? At your service. Goodbye. Oh, thanks. Word of advice. Don't step on tripwires. The ancient Nords were no proponents of safe living conditions.
Right, well, if you're done plastering yourself to the wall, let's get moving.
Fight like a
My
pregnant porker.
apologies.
Come on.
Over here.
Lets himself get surrounded.
Respect, Dover!
Can you give me a hand? Thanks.
My apologies.
Took you too long enough. A few more seconds and my head would be in a basket.
Apologies, my liege. We would have shown sooner had your pilot not been delayed.
That's me, the on-demand scapegoat of this Operation Quest thing.
Well, nitpicks aside, I'm fortunate you arrived when you did. Who's the third?
He is the Dovahkiin, my liege. The real one.
Is that so? If what my companions say is true, then you're the one I've been looking for. You seem to match the descriptions well enough. I mean, all except... I guess I just thought you'd look more like me. First, I need to know that you are indeed the Dragonborn of legend. I've already been conned once today, and it nearly cost me my life. Use the Thuum so I may confirm your identity. Then I'll explain why I sought you out. Any shot will do, so long as I can see that you possess the gift of Akatosh. So it is true. You're my... well, you're the Dovahkiin. Guess the ploy I got wrapped up in was intended for you. I've been trying to track you down for weeks. When I heard you were held up on some island north of Dawnstar, I made great haste to get here. By the time I figured out this was the work of a fraud, the trap had already been sprung. I have a... Wait, did you hear that?
It came from this way! The Dragonborn is upon us!
Let's make this quick!
Enough of this!
The usual works!
Die, damn you!
This is but a taste of the force you're in pocket.
I agree with the Knight for once. This place won't be safe for long.
Something ahead? I'll explain everything once we reach the surface. For now, we need to focus on getting out of here. Need something? Very well. Curses! It's frozen over. Must be another attempt to keep us contained. This will only take a second. Anyone who doesn't want their eyebrows singed should get clear. Something on your mind? A few words. As I said, I'll explain when the danger has passed. Always a pleasure.
So the hour of your arrival has dawned. I will make this offer once, Dovahkiin. Surrender your weapons and dismiss your allies, and we will execute you in a manner befitting your prominence. Resist, and your death will linger in pain and torment. Lady Vermina has shown me a glimpse of your future, a fragment of the fate that awaits you. The choices you make will bring death, destruction, and ruin to countless innocents. There is no substitute. You must be stopped. So be it.
What was that?
Worth our times.
Could have asked.
And so I see the error of my ways. I thought I could challenge the course of destiny, save the lives that your rashness will lead to ruin. My defiance is all for naught. Their souls are now doomed to wait upon the judgment of Akatosh's chosen. Lady Vermina, forgive me.
The deed is done. This will defile your legend no more.
Ah, shame, really. Seemed like he'd be an interesting sod to grab a pint with.
Any idea what he was talking about? Let's hope his vision was either misinterpreted or simply a fallacy of the Daedric lady he served. In the meantime, we should search for an exit. We aren't out of this yet.
My apologies.
What is it? Right. Forgive me if this seems out of place, but Imperial records state that you were orphaned at an early age. Do you remember anything before that? Anything at all about your birth family? How would that even... I mean, would they have... On second thought, I think I'm perfectly content not knowing the details. I just wanted to see how much you remember, if anything. Aside from a birth registry, there was just one other document the Imperials had in their repository. A ship itinerary. On the year of your 5th winter, your family set sail on the SS Teviot, a boat that fell into rough waters and was lost near the Hunding Bay. Amidst the chaos, you were separated from your kin and ended up aboard a separate lifeboat. We've gone about very different lives since, isolated from even the memory of one another. Yes, Gods, how do I even say this? I'm your sister. I can't fault your skepticism. If this is indeed the first time you've heard of us, then well, I can only imagine how peculiar it all must sound. But if it wasn't true, I wouldn't have traveled half a continent to find you. I thought you were dead, a victim of the sea on the night of the wreck. Were it not for Father's letter, I'd still believe that. You weren't the only one to have fallen astray when the SS Teviot was lost. I too was separated from our parents. I've been kept in the dark as long as you have, until the letter. Our parents are in danger. They have no one to turn to. They marked the area of their residence on a map and pleaded for our immediate arrival. That's when I learned you were still alive, and of your status among the Nordic people. In great haste, I journeyed from High Rock to Winterhold to find you. I wouldn't have departed on such a journey if I disbelieved its authenticity. In some ways, the letter confirmed what I already knew, and in others, what my heart had always wanted to believe. When my lifeboat washed ashore, I thought my family had been lost forever. My only memory of them is the amulet of Akatosh that had etched in it 4 names. Our parents, yours, and mine. I clenched it so tightly throughout the storm that I nearly broke the chain, not daring to loosen my grasp for fear the wind or waves would steal my family again. Only our parents would have known of this personalized piece of jewelry, and they mention it in the letter. You don't have to believe me, but will you not at least help? The danger our parents face is lethal. Without you, I fear they'll surely perish. I'd have difficulty faulting you. I felt the same way when I received the letter. Learning that you were alive, and of our parents' dilemma, it was almost too much to take in. If neither the note nor the amulet is enough, then must I mention the Thuum? That wasn't a skill learned over years of practice or research. It was inherited at birth. A gift that only 2 mortals of this age share. They couldn't include many details, likely out of fear the letter would be confiscated. I only know that they face a grave threat and require our aid. That's enough for me. The map points to a small ridgeline near the coastal border of High Rock and Hammerfell. The ship and crew I've assembled to take us there is waiting for us at the Solitude docks. The ship is docked in Solitude's harbor. I'll make sure they don't leave without you. Oh, and one last thing. After all this time, it's good to finally meet you. I guess it'll take some time to adjust to. I struggled with skepticism myself for a time, but as the evidence stacked up, I had trouble refuting it. Anyway, we'd better not keep the crew waiting. I don't know how much longer my coffers will cover the dock fee. We'll set sail as soon as you're aboard. Something on your mind?
My liege.
Stay where you are. This will only take a second.
Are you certain?
I need to look into your eyes. Just stop moving around so I can see. No signs of vampirism. Open your mouth. This one's clear of lycanthropy, too. Now, for the oath of purity. Note that any form of deception will incite the wrath of Stendar, whose reach extends to all four corners of Tamriel. Now, repeat after me. I, state your name, do hereby solemnly swear that I have no intention to attempt the forbidden practice of Daedra worship. So help me, Stendar. May this oath bind me, and should I stray from it, may Stendar have mercy on my soul, for the vigil will not. That wasn't so bad, was it? Welcome aboard.
Sorry about that. Katri can be a little zealous at times. It comes with being a vigilant, I guess. But she means well. I know we aren't exactly in for a royal voyage, but it's the best 5,000 septims can buy. It'll get us there in one piece. I hope. We'll set sail as soon as you're below deck. Until then, feel free to meet the crew and get settled in. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Well met. Ah, Dovahkiin. I heard about your duel with the mighty dragon of Whiterun. Though the dungeons of a madman were hardly the place to speak on such matters, I am honored to serve beside a warrior of your particular valiance and nobility. I overheard the Solitude Guards talking about a woman assembling a crew to track down her lost parents. As someone who lost his father at a young age, I could empathize. And as a Knight of the Thorn, I recognized my sworn duty to offer my sword to those in need. The choice was clear. I know what you're thinking, but our order has made substantial progress since its founding. We're no longer the inept kinship of drunken derelicts our reputation would indicate. We're a league of disciplined and virtuous warriors now. I traveled the land in search of people to protect and evil to purge. In that sense, I suspect our walks of life are not so different. I'll do what's necessary to defend the innocent. So long as our beliefs do not find themselves in opposition, you can count on my support. Of course, Dovahkiin. It was an honor to speak with you.
Something wrong? Welcome aboard, my friend. I don't believe we were able to get properly acquainted earlier. Name's Aiden. I'm the pilot of this vessel. Ah, now that's a fascinating story. She burst into the Winking Skeever late one evening as if a dragon were in pursuit. Told everyone she was looking to hire a ship to venture to the border of Hammerfell, and for a mere 5,000 septims at that. Everyone else laughed. I was the only one drunk enough to think it was a jest, so I played along. Turns out it wasn't, and well, here I am, captain of the newly acquired SS Deficit at your service. Like it? Named her myself. Between dock fees and the excessive stockpile of booze I've stored below deck, the septims Zerial paid me are all but spent. My hope of coming out of this with a profit is about as credible as Ulfric's claim to the throne. The sooner we leave, the better.
How goes it? I hope you know earlier was just a precaution. Nothing personal. She sought me out. The letter from your parents mentioned my name as someone familiar with the region. I'll admit, reuniting a lost family isn't exactly why I joined the Vigil, but when she showed me the map, well, let's just say it caught my attention. Nothing, not particularly. I've just heard from a reliable source that Daedra worship is prevalent in that area. As a vigilant of Stendar, I am obligated to investigate. From a reliable source. I have years of experience hunting the many horrors of this world, taking everything from witches to werewolves into the light. If it's a skilled combatant you're searching for, you need look no further. Don't let me keep you.
We should keep moving. By Talos, are you really the Dragonborn of ancient Nordic legend? The one who killed the fearsome dragon of Whiterun with just a mere glance of disapproval? Oh, and is it true that you can consume 30 cheese wheels mid-combat without breaking a sweat? And what about the rumor that you could ride a horse completely perpendicular? This is so exciting. So, 20 cheese wheels then. That's still pretty amazing. Imagine the look on my little sister's face when I tell her I spoke with the Dragonborn. She won't believe it. I could think of at least 100 novels that could be derived from your adventures. I'm a writer, you see. Tia Alto at your service. When I heard about your sister's adventure, I thought it'd be a great opportunity for some ideas for my latest novel. Maiden of the Sea, the romantic tale of a princess who voyages into the unknown to find a cure for her sickly sister. I can't wait to get started on it. But of course, I have to allow myself to experience her journey firsthand so that I could better connect with my readers. What do you think? Oh, right. I'm being obnoxious? I'm just kind of nervous, I guess. Here I am, talking with the real Dragonborn. It's just hard to wrap my head around. I'm sorry. What do you mean? Like, an argument? Oh, I don't know. I've had some training with a bow and arrow in the past. I can give it a try, I guess. What's the worst that can happen? See you around.
Hello. Sure. Who did you have in mind? Farewell.
Dead. There you are. Enjoy your last breath.
Sleep well. Best rouse yourself. You're needed above deck.
Port side! Port side!
I see it! This thing doesn't turn on a septum!
Everyone, hold on to something!
Everyone okay?
Oh, I don't think my arm is supposed to bend like that.
How did this happen? And how far off course are we?
We're not.
What do you mean?
I mean, this island doesn't exist. It's not on the map. There's nothing but open waters for 500 miles.
Evidently not. This is what we get for hiring a drunk as a pilot.
You want to check the atlas? Be my guest, Valor Boy.
Bickering amongst yourselves won't solve anything. We need to assess the damage.
Yeah?
How's it look? Do you think it will leak? Just our luck. Well, I suppose we should take a look around. If this place is uninhabited, there should be somewhere to buy materials for a repair. Take who you want with you. The rest of us will stay here and keep an eye out for anything looking to profit of our misfortune. I'll tell the others that you're in charge until we can correct this situation. If they give you any lip, let me know. Oh, and don't take any unnecessary risks out there, okay? Thanks. I'd rather not lose you out, wherever we are.
Don't just stand there, you blundering oaf. Run! I'm not gonna die explaining. Quick, to higher ground. It could be any time now. 3, 2, 1. -1. -1.5. Yes? It's Mount Andor. By my assessment, the eruption should be taking place soon. Very, very soon. You new here or something? Oh, that's unfortunate. Let me be the first to congratulate your poor timing. Regardless, we should focus on the mountain for now. I don't want to miss it. Any time now. Huh. That's bizarre. We should have seen it by now. All the signs were there. It's as if nature itself went against its very own... well, nature. Fascinating. Yet, disappointing. Mostly just disappointing. We're never safe. Not in this place. But at least the volcano won't claim our lives. Yet. I'll be happy to answer. For a price. Gold? What's a gold? Never heard of it. The currency is seashells here. But that's of little relevance. I'm not interested in profit. You're new here, right? So, you must have a ship. How badly is it damaged? Just a hole. That's incredible. In exchange for information, I ask for a place among your crew. If by some miracle you manage a successful repair, I want off this rock. What do you want to know? None that have worked. Every few years, someone attempts to flee. The swimmers get ripped apart by sharks or octopi. The sailors wash back ashore on the remains of their ship. We even had to scrape a wizard attempting teleportation off the side of Mount Andor once. This island has an obsession with keeping its residents contained. I don't know if you believe in curses, but now's a good time to start. There was one, a child, no older than 15 or so. That was years ago. No one's been able to replicate it since. I'll take my chances. The way I see it, I'm dead either way. I might as well go out with a gamble at freedom. Village wars, an active volcano, dangerous sightings, monster attacks. Take your pick. Sometimes I think the gods keep us here just to take bets on how we'll perish. Welcome to the island, I guess. Try not to die.
What do you want to talk about? Not that I recall. The others heard the commotion and came up before we struck land. Why? Are you saying you saw someone down there? She? Well, it wasn't Katri or Tia. They were upstairs with me. You could try looking around. It's quite possible we picked up a stowaway. Farewell. Is it over?
Well, well. You must be this Dovahkiin everyone's so infatuated with. The Nords must have exaggerated your ferocity. You don't look like much to me. The name's Jade. But you needn't remember it. I won't be around for long. Your ship? Does Hayden know you call it that? In either case, you see how I'm clad. Take a guess. One that's run into somewhat of an abrupt delay. Needless to say, being marooned on a desolate wasteland wasn't in the contract I signed. Seeing as we're stuck in the same boat, I'm thinking we can help each other. I'll temporarily extend my services to you and your crew, and in return, you'll lend me a cabin for the return journey. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we? That's not for those outside the Brotherhood to know. Which means we're doing our jobs. I'll let you in on a little secret. The Brotherhood is weaker, to be sure, but not dead. Merely scattered and independent of each other. Mine operates in complete secrecy to all but the highest bidders. And spend every hour until then hiding from your crew like an Argonian in a city of Nords? Even assassins need breathing room from time to time. You do that. Yes?
There.
My bad, Dover.
My apologies.
Not far away. Your luck. You will collapse soon.
Yeah? Yes? hoping they'd make it too.
Why? We told them this would happen. It's their fault for succumbing to hope. Let's hear it. Damned fools thought Dagon's curse was just a myth. Those bodies just washed ashore. The barrier that keeps us trapped on this isle, hundreds have attempted to break it. They end up like this lot every time. Ha! Do you not see what happened to these miserable sods? Nobody escapes this place. No, but you might ask Tasius, our priest of Arche. It's rumored he has a theory on how to avert the curse. He's busy preparing the rites for these fools. He'll be in his hut when he finishes. You could wait for him there.
I see you. There is no respite from the hand of destiny.
Dova, are you alright? You look terrible. More so than usual. Oh, wait! That came out wrong.
Something wrong? You spaced out for a few minutes.
From the screams, I suspect the village is under attack.
Not too
Please
late.
don't kill me! I might die from that!
Get out of here!
Help! Somebody! Good one, Dova!
This will be over soon.
You had it coming.
Go on!
Everyone, get clear!
Thanks for the help, Warden. Our losses may have been double without it. Aye, like the tales of old. A portal between Mundus and the Plains of Oblivion, crafted by the Daedric Lord Marooned Dagon himself. They had, for the rest of Nern. But the crisis still thrives here, exercising its malice and cruelty long after its author's expulsion. Everyone has their theories. Some say a member of the mythic Dawn sold the island to Dagon for a higher status in paradise. Others claim that Martin Septim never banished the Daedric Lord to Oblivion, but to this peninsula instead. There are other, more absurd speculations, of course, but ultimately none of these hypotheses have enough evidence to support them. No one knows for certain where the gates returned. They used to only appear every few years, but now things are escalating. And those of us who've been around for a while know this can only mean one thing. The reaping will soon dawn. An event that occurs every 30 years or so, when Dagon sends his minions to decimate the souls of 3/4 of the island's population. Admittedly, my knowledge of the event is limited. There are others here that could tell you more. Yes, but only a fraction of us. It's as if they're only interested in trimming the populace. It's a very peculiar behavior for the Daedric Lord of Destruction to have. My tribe and I are still uncertain of the meaning. I'm afraid there's no theory, just a small gamble at hope. Only one person has ever made it off the island. A young child who piloted a rowboat past sea monster, raging storm, and troubled waters. eventually reaching a clearing beyond the curse. Oh, or so the story goes. Her boat didn't wash ashore like the others. That's the only evidence we have of her success. And don't get me wrong, I hope she made it. I've just been around long enough to know the odds. She did something the rest of us couldn't. She asked for the help of the Warden. Aye, the Warden of our coast. He's a being of local mythology. Tales claim he resides within the very heart of Mount Andor, granting an audience to only those he deems worthy. It's said the girl struck a deal with this Warden, allowing her safe passage beyond the curse. Of course, as a member of the Norstead village, I am obligated to provide such hospitality to newcomers. Just be warned, the Warden, should he exist, may not barter with us if we arrive in numbers. You'll need to send one member of your party away for this. I'll mark the spot on your map.